can see it, they can't hear it. So we'll go live on YouTube, Facebook, and then once we're live there, we can hopefully go live on Instagram. So yeah, hopefully we are live, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Apologies if you were watching on Monday because you were literally watching and you couldn't hear anything because the sound was really awful. And I'm sorry I couldn't fix it either halfway through, and I could see people commenting on the sound. I hope it's working today sound-wise. I have tested it prior to the session, so I hope it's working. If somebody can just give me a little thumbs up on Instagram if the sound is working. I am going to go over there though, so I can't really see, but I'll come back and have a quick look. We are going to work on our feet, ankles, hips again, and spine. I want to focus on that spine a lot as well in terms of structure, and just bring in a little bit more of the tigers and the movements with the squats. So finding your space where you've got enough room around you not to knock anything over or fall over. And we will start off with our feet. We've got bits of grass that have blown in. Our feet shoulder width apart, rotating the spine. So just knocking. I was just saying on the Zoom that I coughed last night and pulled a little tiny bit. You know, when you cough and you get that little tweak in your back. So I'm going to be doing this to try. If you hear any cracks or crunches, it's my spine releasing. So knocking, breathing easy. Remembering that we're using the ground, driving from the ground, hips and the waist, but just have in mind you've almost like got someone just gently pushing against the hips so that we're not just swinging the hips forwards. So you've just got that little bit of resistance. So you're really working on the femur bone in the leg and the hip socket, getting that rotation. We are then going to just gradually slow it down into waterways. Sink a little bit deeper with this. Sink a little bit deeper into the knees. That nice fluid movement. Rotation through the shoulders, through the elbows, through the fingers. Think of fluid movement all the way through the body. It's not robotic. Fluid movement. And then take a rest. Stand tall. Let's go a little bit wider now on the feet. So we're wider than hip width, a little bit more of a turnout, a little bit more softness in the knee. And then we're going to shift the weight side to side. So keep that pelvis parallel to the ground. So again, I'm not doing this. I'm not lifting that hip and tilting over. I'm keeping the pelvis parallel to the ground. So you just feel that gentle lengthening there through the groin, lengthening there through the groin, hips. That's nice movement. Spine is just balanced on top of the pelvis. If you keep your head level, so we're not bouncing up and down, so you're level. And then we're going to just build that momentum up and come back into knocking. Really feeling it driving from the feet, the hips and the waist. So you're shifting side to side. Keep that spine long and tall. Breathing easy. And then just slowing that down. And take a rest. Walking your feet a little bit closer together. We're still staying a bit wider than hip width apart. And we're just going to do a full body flow. Go at your own comfortable range of motion. This is not about forcing or pushing. Don't want anything to hurt, but we're just lengthening up. And you can bring the hips forwards a little bit. We can create that little bit of a back bend, but if you're thinking of a back bend, I'm not bending from here. I'm opening up that upper back, lifting my heart up to the sky. Hips can come forwards a little bit. And then we're going to reach forward. So we're hinging at the hips, keeping those legs straight so you get that little bit of nice length through the hamstrings. And then when you're ready, just softening the knees, rolling down, and then bending the knees down and then rolling up. So you're pushing the ground away from you, rolling the spine. And again, just take this really easy. It's a flow. It's not a, oh, you swallowed a fly then. It's not a stretch. Don't think of it as a pulling stretch. It's a nice, effortless flow of movement. Just keeping that breath nice and easy, going at your own pace. We're opening up the front of the body, lengthening all the fascia through the front of the body, and then lengthening all the fascia through the back of the body. You can keep facing the front. I'm just going to show you just from the side if you just need to catch me from the side there. Nice and steady, nothing forced. Let's just do one more. If you're putting these little routines, these little movements together for yourself, you always sort of like tend to know what you need that little bit more of. So just really listen to the body, tuning to how things feel. It's always good to challenge ourselves, but we don't want to overreach, overstretch, force anything. Have a little bit of a shake out. You can do a little bit of work on the feet. So we're going to spread the toes, and then you're just going to have a little bit of walk on the heels. Again, if anything hurts, any pain, this is not about pain. So do stop if there's any pain. So you're flexing the feet upwards. You're walking forwards and backwards. You can walk side to side. You can walk around in a circle. Just have a little move around on the heels. See if you can relax the upper body as well, so we're not just tensing everything up. Keep that spine strong. Flex the foot, spread the toes out. Nice, spread, spread, spread. And then take a rest. Give your ankle a little bit of a shake. Your legs a little bit of a shake. Let the breath settle. And then we'll shift the weight onto the ball of the foot, the balls of the foot. Raise on your bubbling spring. Again, you can still spread the toes. We don't need to cramp the toes up or tighten the toes. Bubbling spring. As you land, feel that absorption as well. As you touch the ground, feel that absorption through the whole body. And again, yeah, having a little walk around, round to the side, round to the back. You can do a little side step. These are things that you can do throughout the day. Do you know what I mean? If you just got a few minutes, just have a little walk around. And then take a rest. Always nice to have a good shake. Let the breath settle. And then we're going to shift onto the side of the feet. So again, just walking around. Spread the toes. You can flex the toes side to side. Turning round in one direction, turning round in the other direction. You'll always favor one direction. So you might go, oh yeah, I'm really comfortable turning that way. But actually, oh, that feels really odd to turn that way. So just tune in with stuff like that. Notice things like that. And then take a rest. A little shake. Letting your breath settle again. And then we'll go inside of the feet. So this is nice. You'll feel like that bubbling spring, all of the foot. You'll notice when you do stuff like this is if you then wear shoes and try and do things like this, wearing shoes, it's going to feel very different. So it's always good to really work on strengthening the feet. It's also nice, obviously, if it's safe, just to walk on different surfaces. So if it's safe to walk on grass, do this on grass. If it's safe to do it on gravelly bits, which can feel really, really good. You get a good foot massage. Obviously, as long as it's safe and you're not standing on anything that's going to be painful at all for you. And again, you can turn around, move around, speed up a bit, slow down a little bit, and then have a good shake. Shake that feet out. Nice. Just stand for a moment, spreading the toes, and just feeling that base of support, that connection to the ground. Let's do a bit of a leg swing. So I'm going to mirror you, and I'm going to stand on your, I am not going to stand on your leg, I'm going to stand on my leg. I'm going to stand on your right leg and just swinging that left leg back. The emphasis or the drive is to take the leg back and then you just let it go to swing forward. So I'm not deliberately moving my leg forwards and backwards. I'm driving it back and then it's just swinging back forwards. It's a bit like a swing. You pull a swing back, you let it go. And you can use your arms if you need to balance. You can use your tigers if you need to balance. And because this exercise is just the focus is on getting this leg swinging. If you need to balance, if you need to hold on to something, that's absolutely fine. If you don't, it's great because you're getting that double whammy of getting the balance practice as well as freeing up that free leg, that swing leg. So swinging, really just free up that swing leg. You can make it a little bit quicker if you want to. So that's good because it gives you that little bit more drive, but it means you've got to stabilize a lot more through that whole body. So swinging, you might start to feel this support leg really working now, really burning in a good way. And remember, balance, it's always about that spine. Keep that spine tall. And I think we can swap sides now if you haven't already done so. Balance, use the foot. Remember all the work we've just done with the foot. So you can plant the foot, support, spread the toes a little bit, connect through the bubbling spring, lengthen the spine. Use your tigers if you need to use your tigers. And free up. And you might find one side is a lot freer, swings a lot freer than the other side. Maybe not. It's always good just to check in with those things. Keep lifted through the spine. Maybe use a bit more momentum, swing it a little bit more. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you wobble a little bit, it's great. It's all getting that brain working. And then take a rest. Give your legs a bit of a shake out. Let the breath settle. We'll come back to your right side. Stabilize. This time we're going to swing across the body. A little bit more challenging because you're putting a force across the body. So you have to decelerate. You have to take the load across the body. The emphasis is lifting the leg out and then you just let it go to swing across. So you're lifting the leg out and then letting it go to swing across. And again, use whatever you need to help balance. Use a wall, use a chair if you need to. Doesn't matter if you fall over or wobble over, please don't fall over, as long as you're safe. Again, you can really maybe swing it a little bit more if you want to. Use your arms if you want to a little bit more. Play around with it. And then you might feel that support leg really working, which is good. Swing even more. Somebody's going to fly out of the window in a minute. And slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Have a little rest, let your breath settle. Balance, now stabilize, support, foot, spread, toes, tall, and then you can swing the other side. Oh, nearly fell over on that one. Keep swinging. Again, use your arms if you need to. Maybe swing a little bit more vigorously. Whoa. Play around with it, challenge yourself. As long as it's safe. And rest. And then I thought that said 8:30, then it says 8:20. I thought that was quick. And we'll do a swing across. So we'll go back to the other side, balance, swing, and down. It's one of my favorite ones because you get that hip really nice and open, keeping the spine long. You might get some clicks and crunches. Do a couple more. And take a rest. Nice. Letting your breath settle. Give yourself time for the breath to settle. And then I'll mirror you again. So we'll make sure you've got some space behind you. So I'm just going to come forwards a little bit here. Space behind you. Step, support on your right leg. Just take a step back with your left leg. So you're on the ball of the foot with that left leg. And you can just bend that left knee. So you've got weight through that front leg, the right leg, but you've also got weight through that left leg. Stay there while I just show you where we are from the side. So we're here from the side. So we've got into sort of like a split squat stance there. And then you're going to raise your left arm above the head. So we get that nice length through the hip. Your right arm, you're going to push across. We're going to lengthen up. And we're just going to create that nice little bow. So that hip just goes out. We get this nice sort of like bow effect. And then we're going to come back, step forwards, and then step back. Make sure you're balanced first. Make sure you're on sort of like train tracks so that your feet or your legs are hip width apart, your feet hip width apart. We lengthen up first, and then we push, and we create that nice bow shape. Oh, I got a nice clunk through my back then. And then slowly back, step forward, step back, balance first, lengthen the spine, create your bow, breathing, 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 come back up, and then just settle into your comfortable rhythm. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Making sure you're breathing. Breathe all of the time. Breathe through it. The slower you go, the more control you have. It's a little bit more challenging, but the more control you have, the more you can breathe through it. The more you can breathe into the sticky bits as well. You find you're sticking a little bit in the rib or the hip, breathe into it. Let's do one more. I'm getting closer to the camera. One more on each side. Lengthen first. Good. And take a rest. She should feel about 8'10" now. Nice and tall. Tall, tall, tall. Let's finish off with a few little tiger squats, but just subtly changing the position as well of our feet. So we go shoulder width, just a standard one. Engaging the fingers to keep that spine nice and strong. And just lowering, keeping that chest lifted. Nice and slow. Let's do 4 like this. Lowering the center of gravity, keeping your chest lifted. It's not about the depth, it's about the position. And then we're going to do a little step. So step forwards just a little bit with your left side. So we've got that one foot slightly in front of the other. Come down. And you could do this if you've got space in front of you, you could just do this walking forwards. But if we're going to step back, step forwards with the other side. So I'll just do it walking forwards as well. So you're just stepping. The foot is most probably, I'll show you from the side, you're not doing a big step forwards. It's like one, your heel is most probably in line with your toe. So you're just going from there. Is where you can keep the weight pretty evenly distributed on both sides of the body. And you're coming down the center, coming closer to the camera. And you can also do it, if you are doing it moving, you can do it, again, as long as you know what's behind you, you can do it stepping back. Stepping back. It's quite nice because if you're bending down to pick things up, you're never normally just going, oh, I'm just going to bend down in this perfect position. You're often in these slightly different positions. So it just really works that movement. Have a little bit of a shake out. And pulling down the heavens. So breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Then moving into bamboo in the wind. Breathing in. Remember to do this one outside. It's lovely to do that outside. Breathing out, interlocking your thumbs, resting on the lower abdomen, bringing your feet together. Just closing your eyes. Just letting your body gently unwind from your morning practice. Done loads of work today, lots of balance. So just letting the breath settle. And feeling that connection through the ground, through the feet. Lengthening up and connecting to the sky through the crown of the head. Relaxing into the shoulders, the upper back. And then taking a calm, full breath in through the nose. Opening up your eyes, stepping out. Gently giving yourself that little bit of a brush down. Getting yourself settled for whatever you have planned for the day ahead. I hope it goes well. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. This weekend, a reminder, I'm at the Health Optimization Summit at the Islington Design Centre in London. Andrew's there, Elaine's there, Patrick's also there. Patrick McEwen and Anna and Ruth from his team are on the stand next to us. So we'll be flogging all the Oxygen Advantage stuff, doing loads of breath work. So if you are coming along, DM me or find a link because I can get you a 10% discount for that. And we are offering a special Oxygen Advantage scholarship for the instructor training, only available at the Health Optimization Summit, hopefully on Oh, somebody's joining on the beach. That's good. Somebody's on the beach. At least you've obviously heard me today because I'm just reading your messages. Nobody said the sound has been dodgy, so hopefully that's worked fine. Thanks very much. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on Monday if I don't see you at the weekend for a bit more breath work. Take care. Bye. Bye bye.